This episode of Good Sports with Jasper Goodman is sponsored by Convenience Plus in Northfield.
We have fun here with easy-to-find Vermont-made liquor, wine, and craft beers. Stop in, pick up your Citgo gas card, and save 5 cents off every gallon every time. We're a community store, and we're all here to serve you better. Convenience Plus, Main Street, Northfield.
For the past 21 seasons, Mike McShane has led the Norwich University men's hockey team to almost nothing but success, bringing them 3 national championships and 17 consecutive ECAC East regular season titles. Hi, I'm Jasper Goodman, and today on Good Sports, we take you inside the Norwich men's hockey program to find out what makes it so successful and has built it to become such a dynasty over the past 2 decades.
8-3, 8-3. 8-05. What do you say, 5? Let's go. 8-2-1, 8-2-1. We're hungry, boys. Let's eat.
I look at the game of hockey as a game of physicality and of speed, of excitement. People love to see the offensive part of the game, and they love to see the defensive part of the game. When I was younger, I came up here coaching a prep school football team. We played Norwich JV, and it was a great fall afternoon. It was beautiful, and I always loved Vermont. I coach over at St. Lawrence, so I used to have to travel over here quite a bit from upstate New York, and I always thought, oh, Vermont's the prettiest state in the Union.
So, Coach McShane, your list of accomplishments is quite a long one, with over 600 wins and one of the winningest college hockey coaches ever. So, question, why Norwich, and what's kept you in Division III?
I've had great success here, and I've had great support here, and I've enjoyed it. And I've enjoyed the fact that I know each and every year we can compete for a championship.
It's always been, you know, a real big advantage for Norwich that the fans and the support has been so loud and so strong. I think this area really kind of was aching for a local team. You know, obviously they support the high schools very, very well, but something above and beyond that level to give the Vermont fans something to support. And when they got Norwich, they jumped all over it.
This is a great school. It's got a great tradition. Hockey's the #1 sport. We have a great facility, and I enjoy the community. I really enjoy working with young people at this age, not only on the ice coaching them, but also mentoring them as people.
I don't need the NHL. The college game, I think, is a better game. It's more wide open. It's more exciting. I'm not a big fan of fighting. Of course, that's illegal in the college game. And I just think the college game is a game that a lot of people who are just NHL fans are really missing the boat on, not following it closer than what they do.
I thought the college game was so much more exciting because there was less trapping, there was less hooking and holding and grabbing and fighting and so forth. It was more wide open.
Does fighting belong in hockey in your mind?
Does it provide excitement in some games? Yes, but I don't think it should be used, you know, as a strategy. In other words, teams used to get behind by a couple of goals and you say, watch out, they're going to start a fight. And that takes away from the skill of the game. You'd rather see them say, hey, we got to get moving a little faster and go get some goals.
Talk about how you've seen the game of hockey change.
The athletes are so well conditioned. I think back when I played college hockey, we were in pretty good shape, but it was more like game shape you work yourself into. Bobby Orr today, you watch the old films of Bobby Orr and you go, geez, he wasn't that fast. It was pretty slow hockey back then. And it was.
Over time, a lot of people talk about a coach's style and how a coach's style develops. How would you describe yours?
I've tried to upgrade myself every year, become a better coach, and make myself somewhat interesting as far as running practices and up-tempo type practices that the kids feel like they're moving and going all the time. Not a lot of standing around.
Kreuzberg Arena, by almost all accounts, is one of, if not the nicest place to play in Division III college hockey. Does that help the recruitment?
We bring kids up here. They come up from Boston or wherever, and on a weekend trip, and they see a series that we play, and they come in the locker room and they see the kids, how they perform, their rituals and so forth, and going through the training room, doing some lifting, and they look at it and they say, that's pretty professional the way they do things. And then going out on the ice and playing the way we play and having the fan support we have, certainly after a weekend, many times we've got commitments from kids that we wouldn't have got before the weekend.
You know, we recruit the right type of players. They might not be the most talented, but they have the right mindset, and they will compete in every way, shape, and form. I wasn't the best player coming out of my class at all, but I was able to compete. And the players that I played with, they all compete. When you come here to Norwich, you expect to win. The fans expect you to win, the community expects you to win, coaches expect you to win, and you, as a player, you have to expect to win too. So that just portrays out on the ice and the way you handle yourself with your workouts and practices and things like that.
Are there any rivalries that stand out to you over your coaching career?
Obviously the Middlebury, it's, you know, Billy Beanie, we played college hockey together at New Hampshire, and then when I got the job here, they were at that time a lot stronger than we were, but you know, we got it going after a couple of years.
Maybe one of the best games we ever had was an NCAA semifinal at Kreitzberg between Norwich and Middlebury. I think it was 2004. Just a tremendous, tremendous hockey game, which Middlebury ended up winning in double overtime. But it was, of all the games I've done in all the places I've done hockey through the years, probably on the list of the top 5 that I've ever done.
It's provided great entertainment for the two areas who are very competitive with each other in a nice spirit, though.
You've been at the helm of a lot of different top-tier teams. Is there a particular moment in the season where you can sit down and say, wow, you know, we're really the best out there? Or does that develop over the course of the season?
It really develops, Jasper. Every team has its different personalities, has its different identity. You know, you try to find your identity as the year goes on, and sometimes it takes a lot longer than other years. Sometimes you're right into it right away and you feel good about it. I try to avoid surprises by not getting myself too high, and on the other end, you don't want to ever get too low. So you want to stay right in the middle in a flow type situation. People say, well, you're coaching Division III. I don't look at it like that. In hockey, we do not have Division II. We don't have 1A. We know we could beat a lot of Division I programs.
On a good night when the place is full and it is rocking, that's something that other Division III teams coming in here, most of them never see. And it's a big advantage because of that.
We've had some tremendous offensive players here in the past with Curtis McLean and Keith Coyne and Belmez, guys like that, and it's provided some great entertainment.
You relish in the fact, and Norwich has had a couple of guys who have made that step up to the next level, and you really take tremendous pride and satisfaction in that.
We've won the league championship for over 17 years now in a row, which is unheard of. Now the competitive around the league, the teams getting around the league are better, so they want to match our intensity, so we just have to keep on playing that high level that we always play and bringing in the right type of players.
Generally going in, I think they're going to be pretty good because they always are pretty good. We lost 3 games in a row this semester. It's the first time in 20 years that they've lost 3 games in a row. So, you know, your expectations do get high.
That's a great thing about coaching college sports, is that, you know, it turns over. And you know you're going to have new blood each and every year, and you're going to have a new challenge with the new people that you brought in, and I enjoy that.
He is somebody who knows the game, and I am so blessed to be here as an assistant coach, to learn from him and to play for him for 4 years. He's taught me so much about not just the game, but how to handle myself on and off the ice, and just what type of person that I can be.
How do you structure a winning environment? First of all, you have to have good players. You have to have support. You'd like to have a nice facility, although you can win without a nice facility, but fortunately we have one, so that's a huge plus. Then you want a following. You want loyalty, you want people behind your program, you want people you can count on to do things and so forth for you. And we have that here. And I think it's exciting when you get out there and you perform well and you're recognized for it. And our fans show that.
As a Red Sox fan, can you talk about what it was like for you to coach at Fenway Park?
The way we got into it, actually, George Commo mentioned the fact that Hockey East was going to have a couple of games down in Fenway Park, along with the Bruins were going to play somebody that year too.
Went into Coach's office, which I rarely ever do in the middle of the summer, but I happened to be there, and even more unusual, he happened to be in his office, and I mentioned it to him, said, wouldn't that be cool?
It all worked out, and then we got to do it again. So twice we've been there, and we won both. It was terrific. We had great alumni support. People flew in from everywhere to watch the game, and I certainly enjoyed it.
It was unbelievable. I got to work right in the same booth that Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy have used for so many years for Red Sox television, and right directly behind home plate. It was a trip.
You know, we were in the away locker room last year, and I said, geez, this is where Joe Torre used to sit.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Good Sports. From the Kreitzberg Arena on the campus of Norwich University, I'm Jasper Goodman. Good sports, everybody, and good night.
The final 15 seconds of the period, right to the net. Thieda tried to wrap it, now gets it back.
This episode of Good Sports with Jasper Goodman is sponsored by Convenience Plus in Northfield.
We have it all. We're a full beverage store, liquor outlet, Shady's Deli, and Citgo Gas. Enter the beer cave. Yes, I said the beer cave. You gotta see it to believe it. Try us at Convenience Plus, Main Street, Northfield. Go Cadets!